We often think that we need to get rid of any and all fear before we can move forward, before we can take that next step. When actually what it's about is leading ourselves through that fear or parenting ourselves through that fear. Today in this tarot reading, I created a spread where we are going to ask Spirit, what is this default fear response you are having? What is a wiser response that you can have? Your inner authority that you truly have available. Any external support that's there, maybe you're not noticing it, and a stabilizing practice that you can take on or improve upon. And of course, any advice from Spirit in addition to that. I have been sitting with this energy for a while here, and an interesting thing that I got was just this feeling of anxiety first, a lot of anxiety. And I even I put anxiety in all caps here. And then cold and shivers. It's cold here today, but I've been fine all day. And then suddenly I've been so cold. I had to warm up a heat pad and put it on me, and I still was feeling very, very cold. But I'm associating the cold with anxiety. So I'm attributing that anxiety, I'm kind of coupling that to the fear that you may be having. And then I got this idea of, I don't know why I said it that way. I got this idea of, but what I heard was keeping your word to yourself. And that's how to move through this anxiety, is to keep your word to yourself. And I was doing a pre-shuffle, and I had this deck, which is the Woodland and Wardens deck. And it looks like that. And I wanted to tell you kind of a story. It's not a major story about it, but when I got this deck and first started using the deck, I didn't have fear around it, but I could not feel connected to it. And I think I did actually have fear around it now that I'm saying that, because it felt like I couldn't access Spirit through it, which is silly. Like Spirit, the Great Spirit can use anything if we just have our eyes open. But that is what I just felt, such a disconnect. And I had fear around it and was tempted to just stop using it. But I kept my word to myself and kept using it. And as I was shuffling it earlier, I was remembering, like, now it's my favorite deck to shuffle. There's something that feels very good right now when I'm shuffling. The way that it sounds feels very good to me. And I get so much insight from this deck now. It blows my mind, because I still very much remember those feelings of fear within me of, can I not hear Spirit? Like, this is confusing me. It was just when I first started using it. But now it's my favorite. And so what I got from that was there's safety in overcoming our obstacles. Like, I found that to be an obstacle, and now I have this feeling when I shuffle it of safety. It just feels good. It feels like home. And the last card I drew, I'm kind of losing my words here. I want to say, like, it was the shaman card, which then, like, I came to, like, it's, you are your own teacher. And that is a theme within here of, like, leading yourself. But it's interesting. I'm having a hard time. I got that card earlier about speaking words, keeping your word to yourself. And I'm having a hard time. So I think your anxiety is around keeping your word to yourself, but also possibly around, for some of you, could be around words that you're trying to communicate out loud or to others. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to do all of the cards facing down first. Anything that comes up like this first will be a theme of the reading. The Starborn Mentor. Wow, you are your own leader. And I'm just seeing this owl leading others. As with all tarot and readings, remember that you are in charge of your life. We use these cards to give us insight, perspective, maybe looking at things we've been refusing to look at, but you know in your heart whether or not this resonates, whether or not this applies to you. So you take what resonates and you leave the rest. You are in charge of your destiny, of your future. There's nothing in here that's going to tell you you have to act in a certain way. Might probe you a little bit, but you know whether or not, you know whether or not you're supposed to take action on it. And it could be your reading now. It could be your reading in the future that you're supposed to come back to. It could not be your reading. And only you know that. Okay. Woo! Planning and progress. Moving forward, 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 forward. Two of Wands. Yeah, you are the mentor. You are your own teacher of moving forward. That's just what I'm getting over and over and over again. Okay, so what is your fear response? All right. We have the Ten of Wands here. That it's too hard, it's scary. All the burden is on you, but like you're so focused on the burden. You're so You're so focused on the burden that you cannot see the love. You're caught. You're caught in a web. I'm seeing this snow as affecting your visibility. You can't see. Like once again with the Ten of Wands, like he just like, see how within that's all he's looking at. He just has his like head down in the fear. So I think your fear response is just not see. What are they not seeing though, Spirit? To not look, I want to say. I'm also hearing some of you have a refusal to look out of fear, a refusal. You know, sometimes people do that when they're afraid. They like won't look at their bank accounts because they're afraid of what they're going to see, or they won't open their emails because they're afraid of a responsibility, right? And that's a fear response. We get any more insight into this fear response? There we go. Loss. You're afraid of losing. Losing something, losing in general, losing out. And that's kind of your default to whenever the anxiety starts, And that's why you won't take action, is this fear of losing out. So therefore you won't move. You just stay stuck, looking down, looking at all your burdens, afraid to move, afraid to act, afraid to see. Okay. What is a wiser response that you can be having? Your intuition, creation, teamwork and collaboration, and the eternal child. Parenting your child, listening to your intuition. And I love that we have both the child here and we have an elder here. She's parenting with creativity. And I see the arms around here almost as like hugging the inner child. Parenting yourself forward. Teamwork and collaboration. So this could be teamwork and collaboration, I think, between your inner child and yourself now as the parent of your inner child, as the leader of your inner child. Your inner child gets afraid. It's your inner child response that looks down in the Ten of Wands. It's so scared and burdened, and I can't see anything else other than this fear, and I'm afraid of loss. There's something within your childhood that you go back to, that you as a child lost something, so it feels very scary to step forward when you're afraid of loss. But this wiser response is to team up with your inner parent, with your leader. Spirit, can we have a little bit more, I would like more insight into, is this just their self-leadership, or is there anything? I think this will be more answered too in the next question, but your inner sanctuary. I'm just going to take this top one. Your inner sanctuary. Zen garden. Yeah, I think that we're going to have a little bit more insight in this next one, because what is your inner authority that you have available? Your ability to heal your wounds, the vow that you've made to yourself, cleansing storms. I just saw we have so much wind happening here, and it just was blowing. Right when I said cleansing storms, I saw this whoosh, cleansing you. Curiosity around possibility. So this vow is this commitment to yourself. This is your inner authority that you have available to yourself. And it's through this vow that you will heal your wounds. So Spirit, what do they need to do to cleanse themselves and create more opportunities? I understand they have a vow, a promise. Maybe that they just need to make that promise. Have you made a promise to yourself to reparent your inner child, to step forward, to hold that scared child's hand in the Ten of Wands? Imagine that this is a little child, that this is little you, so overwhelmed, so scared, hiding from what feels like a monster. And you have the ability to take that little child's hand, relieve that child of the burdens, and show that child, look at the easy path around. You would probably have the ability to pick up those wands with one hand and lead the child simply by making the vow, simply by making the decision to step forward. That is it's the vow that's going to heal the wounds. But Spirit, what is going to cleanse the storms? The anxiety that comes up, that's the storms. What is going to cleanse that? Magic? I don't know. It makes me want to roll my eyes. Like, how is that helpful, Spirit? I know we have a practical question later, but can we have a little bit more, like, what? Let's see. Let's get into this. What would be cleansing so that they can easily pick up those wands and move forward? Once again, I'm getting collaborate. I think it's to collaborate with your inner child. I think that it's listening. It's listening to this inner child. There's practices where you really can do that. And we'll see what comes up in that question about it, like a practical practice that you can take on. But there are practices where you can communicate back and forth with your inner child and find out, like, what is it that this inner child needs in order to let go of that grip. Like, look at that grip on those wands. Whereas, like, you could just, like, grab right there and be like, phew, I got it. It's okay. It's okay. But there is a grip. And I think you need to collaborate with your inner child and ask, like, what's going on here? Why are you gripping so hard? You're so afraid to let go of these. You're so afraid that it's going to make you lose all of them, that you can't even, like, step forward. Your inner child is blocking the path forward because of so much fear. Okay. External support. So what outside of you? Your discipline, honesty, inner core. The reason why I paused is all of these seem inside of you, going into the cave. Spirit, do they have any external? Spirit, I definitely need clarity around this. What is some external support here? Going into the cave. Authority, like your inner authority, your inner core. And satisfaction. That was a really messy shuffle. Creativity, we have the Knight of Cups. Following the heart, creativity. This just continues to be internal. I'm going to go back to the deck I talked about earlier, the Woodlands and Wardens. New opportunities. Okay. What are new opportunities with what? Because I'm asking you, Spirit, what external things? And you're just showing me more and more internal. Are these new opportunities, external opportunities that cause something internal to happen? I guess that makes sense, because all of the rest of this is very, I'm going to put all these back because that was a mess. Okay. Purification. I just saw, again, we have the mentor, the starborn. I feel like this is just all pointing back to you, but you will get new opportunities. And I think new opportunities are going to show you your leadership, show yourself, show you that you can reparent yourself. These new opportunities are going to happen. Can we get, like, what are these new opportunities, Spirit? Of flow. I'm seeing the horse in the river. What other opportunities can we know? Can we know some opportunities here that might happen? That feels very exciting, especially this river. It's funny because we have this card that's a river. It doesn't really show a river. We have a reflection of the horse in the river. I've been getting so much with horses lately. Oh my gosh. The mountain in reverse. I think it eases the worry. It's like I'm seeing the mountain is the 10 wands. But can we have any sort of insight, more insight on what are these opportunities? I want to know, Spirit. Are you not gonna tell us? Of passion in the soul. Yeah, I keep getting this creativity. I guess these opportunities of, like, creativity is what's going to help you to see things. I'm seeing this reflection of yourself as the horse moving forward. I think new opportunities are just going to cause you to see yourself in a new light, through the eyes of something else, like the river. You didn't see yourself as the horse before, that you're looking down and all these new opportunities that are going to present themselves to you, or maybe just one, but something externally is going to happen where you can see yourself in a new light. And you see yourself, oh my gosh, look, I'm that strong horse. A strong horse can just kick those to the side, right? And not worry about those and just take a step forward. So I think that is where the external support is going to happen. Okay, a stabilizing practice here. Dreams, magnetizing something within your dreams, a wish come true. I think focusing, looking into, this says the unseen, but like focusing your eyes on what you can't see yet and manifesting, a practice of manifestation. Definitely, like dreaming up. I saw dreams and then this little boy in a bed, attraction, magnetism, attracting what you want. And the 9 of Cups, a wish come true. Your practice is manifestation practices. It's to sit and dream and think about what it is that you want, what it is that you desire, and then stepping up to be the leader of that, because you are the mentor. And I'm seeing now this star born from the stars, from your dreams. You will hatch. You will hatch. And you will fly. And it's like the chicken and the egg. The owl and the egg. By being the mentor, by being the leader, you cause yourself to be born. By dreaming and manifesting as if it's happening now, as if you are running freely now as the horse, you can see yourself. Where did that card go? You can see yourself as that horse. I lost it. It's upside down here. By choosing to see yourself in that light, you are that light, or you are that horse. And trusting that there is going to be an external opportunity, but also there is this trust and this dreaming and this manifestation practices to take on, so that it expands your vision, so that you can see outside of this. You don't just have your head down. You're not just focusing on the loss, but you're focusing on what you haven't seen yet, the unseen, your dreams, your wish come true. Okay. Spirit, can we have one last piece of advice? We went through a lot today. This is very exciting. If you are wanting to work deeper, I do work with women who are going through transitions. You can book with me. The link is below in the description. Whenever you're ready. What do we have here? I felt in all of my shuffles today this like reluctancy to move forward, and I think that totally lines up with the energy I was feeling. So now it's just time to lead yourself, time to parent yourself. I feel it. There it goes. Oh, we have two. Okay. Inner peace and higher consciousness. I feel like I want to do this one. Chamomile, inner peace. And we have the parent and the child and the dreaming and manifesting and the river. Okay, let's do this. Every time I lose this book. Okay. Here we go. Peace, restoration, softness, purity, graceful power, inner peace, delight, and harmony. Chamomile. Chamomile was regarded as sacred in ancient Egypt and commonly burned as incense as an offering to the sun god Ra. Ancient Romans and Greeks valued chamomile for its medicinal properties and used it as a healing beverage and to soothe skin conditions. Chamomile is very often used it's probably the most used herb for children. And so it's funny because when I saw that, I didn't even connect it to all the inner child stuff that we've been talking about, but it is perfect for soothing that inner child and being like, it's okay, we can step past this Chamomile syrups and ointments are used to treat various ailments. Vikings regarded chamomile as one of the 9 sacred herbs and used it to soothe digestion and as a rinse for hair. Okay, if you find yourself often triggered and consumed by small stresses and anxieties, be aware that they accumulate, creating a chronic state of disharmony and fear. Chamomile today is reminding you to not project your fears onto life and others. Allow yourself a state of eternal peace and give yourself the greatest love imagined. Chamomile, like deer energy, instills a contained center of innocence, warmth, and light within us. Deer blesses us with the power of gentleness to heal our wounds and the heart-mind of wounded beings. Don't push hard to do the work. It's the gentleness of spirit that heals all. Oh, I love that. Oh, so that's what I have for you in this reading. Once again, if you want to work deeper, the link is below, or you can join me in this other video over here.